And there he is. And Lewis is in a bit of strife.
Along for the ride is Lewis's twin sister, Luna.
So, did you see what happened, or do you know what happened to him?
Basically, they got up to a bit of mischief just running around, and Lewis comes back and his leg is, visibly sore. And
It could be a bite, it could be a fall, it could be some sort of injury through play.
Yeah, they're definitely playing. Like, it hasn't stopped him. He's still nuts.
Wait, can you tell us what happened? The two of you? The rest will get a bit out of control, did it? Huh? I hate to say it, looks like you came on second best. It's just all one big yawn, is it?
All right.
First, Chris needs to remove Tim's amateur handiwork.
He stuck it on.
First one I put on, he just tore it off, ripped it straight off.
So I'm trying to move this leg as little as possible, but he's just making these little grunting sounds.
Yeah.
They give so little away.
Yeah.
But the little grunting sound he's making, it's bothering him.
Yeah.
Lewis right now is whimpering from time to time. He's really guarding that leg. He's trying to hide it from me. So if it's worrying him, then it's really worrying me.
Come on, sweetheart, I'll get you out.
Incredibly, the 3-year-old Siamese survived a badly broken leg and no food for 2 weeks.
Ooh. It's quite a nasty fracture. Their bones are really quite displaced, and I guess the really hard thing about it is the fact that it's 2 weeks down the track, and they're going to try and stay there now. Yeah.
Turns out this is not the first time the Siamese adventurer has gone missing.
We got into our cleaner's ute and went for a week's holiday in the back of the ute, so that was fun.
There's going to be a lot of fibrous tissue around that and scar tissue, and it's going to make it very difficult to loosen things up and get the bone back in the right position.
I'd rather prefer him breaking his leg than being dead.
Can you eat safely, huh? You ready? Well, it's gone. There was meant to be some suspense there, but you swallowed it.
At Bondi, tick patient Luku is now eating without any problems
Lick clean.
and has convinced Chris she's ready to go home.
There you go.
Hello, Luku. Hello, darling. Oh, you're better. Oh, sweetness.
All 4 legs in full working order.
That's the way we like you. You're going to get in one more leg?
No legs? You just want to go, don't you? I thought so. See you, Debbie.
Thanks a lot.
That's all right. No problem.
Meg is a very sick, depressed koala. Her Joey died just a week ago.
Meg's 4 years old now. Last year she lost a Joey, and this year the same thing's happened. Sometime through the night, it gets out of the pouch, whether she throws it out of the pouch or it's exploring or something, but for some reason, by morning, it's so cold, we find the Joey and they're already deceased. I'm going to grab arms and hind legs, so all we need you to do is just keep her head up, and Chris is going to have a dig around in the pouch there.
The cause of Meg's pain is quickly discovered.
There it is.
Yeah. So if you can see, I've got my finger underneath the lump there. It's 50-cent piece sized.
Yep. You all right, mate?
Meg's got a dramatically enlarged mammary gland, so one of her little teats and the gland associated with it is a huge size. It's sore, it's hot, and it's a big concern because if that gland isn't functioning, she just can't support a young.
It's also the most likely reason why her last 2 Joeys did not survive.
You're right, Meg.
I'd be thinking either a pressure build-up or a mastitis.
Meg is in pain, you can see it right across her face, and from what women tell me, mastitis is one of those awful conditions that just feel terrible. A real throbbing, awful pain that just won't subside. So we're trying to help her through that whatever way we can.
At the Australian Reptile Park, Chris has discovered that 4-year-old Meg has a severe case of mastitis.
Although I didn't want to have to put her through any of that, it's essential to get a good feel of that gland to see what's going on there.
The bacterial infection of the milk gland is an extremely painful condition that affects many breastfeeding women.
A bit of milk.
Yep.
The grieving Meg lost her Joey only a week ago.
It's usually a streptococcus.
Yep.
Gets into the Joey, causes infections in them. They don't thrive because their whole system's focused on trying to get rid of the infection. And, I mean, sadly, in the end, they die.
All right, mate.
The treatment for this is going to revolve around some nice warm compresses.
Yep.
So essentially some swabs, warm water, and just massaging that gland.
Okay. In behind the teat there?
Yeah, getting right in there. If we can break up that clot and just make it into liquid milk instead of the solid milk that it is, then we can get it flushing out and right out the end of the teat.
The antibiotics should kick in soon to relieve Meg's pain. Once the mastitis is cured, Chris is hoping Meg will finally become a successful mum.
Where she's comfy.
She likes you.
I don't think it's me. I think I'm skinny and I'm like a tree.
You got the touch.
She's 4, so let's hope that she's just young and she's not sure what she's doing, and maybe next year with a little bit more maturity and, you know, that she can keep a hold of one and, you know, get one full term.
It is amazing. You know, this is slightly strange, don't you?
Well, I've never seen anything like it.
It's amazing. How are you? It's Julie.
Good. Yeah. Hi, Chris.
Chris, how are you? And you must be Zoe. Hello.
This is Lemmy, and she's 5 weeks old now.
Julie is concerned about Lammy, a little orphan that has formed an unusual relationship with Zoe the Dalmatian.
Well, I've got a bit confusing, isn't it? No, thank you. Yes, I'm just checking her out, that's all. How old was she when Mum walked away?
I think she would have been about half an hour old.
Really? Was that soon?
The first animal that she saw was the dog, and so she thought that was her mother.
She literally joined the dots.
Yes, yes.
And went, OK, that must be Mum.
And I just thought it was so very unusual to see a spotted lamb. It just looked like a Dalmatian puppy to me.
I can honestly say I've never, ever seen anything like this in my entire veterinary career. This is so bizarre, yet so incredibly fascinating at the same time. Zoe happened to be in season at the exact moment that Lammy was abandoned. So with Zoe having all those hormones like progesterone in the system, screaming out for her to become a mother, all of a sudden Lammy appeared and Zoe could become a mother. We're talking about 1 in 10,000 chances here combining and producing this incredible situation. I've got to say, I've seen some weird things, but I've never seen anything like this.
Schnitzel is just 16 months old. 2 months ago, the Dachshund began displaying obsessive behaviour with newborn calves.
It's got to the point where he just will not leave them. He sleeps with them night and day, and unless we dragged him inside to eat, I think he would just stop eating altogether.
What do you think they're offering that you're not?
I don't know. I don't let him lick my mouth.
You ever try?
No, we won't.
As long as he doesn't do that to you.
No, that's right. No, we
That's what I'd be worried about.
won't be doing that.
And the calf's a lot bigger, and with a good kick, it could really do him damage.
Exactly.
I mean, it could kill him.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that we were worried about.
I can't help but notice he's got a bandage on his leg. What's going on there?
A bit of tough love. One of his friends stood on his toe.
It's one thing to be trodden on, but it's another thing to be kicked in the head. That could be deadly.
After 2 weeks in the city, Amelia is struggling.
Poodle cross, is it?
Very nice try.
Hello, you're cute, aren't you? Where do you pick up the lamb nappies? I've never actually seen the nappies with a hole in the back for the tail.
Well, they're custom made, aren't they? We custom make them every morning.
Aisle 3 at your local supermarket?
That's right.
And the diarrhoea she's had, you don't really want to see this. The technical name for that is scouring. Scours is essentially another word for severe diarrhoea, but it's diarrhoea with a nasty effect. It dehydrates them, it takes away their electrolytes, and it means they're not absorbing energy. And scours, it's probably the #1 cause of mortality, of death in young lambs and in calves.
All right, well, we need to fix it.
Yeah, we do.
Looking at him now, I mean, he seems really nervous, just unsure of everything around him. It's going to be one of those things that time will tell if he'll ever be back to his normal self again.
You'll get your confidence back. It's all right, darling. You're a good boy.
Yes, I am angry. I woke up angry. I rang our local council and I reported it. And the ranger, it's in the ranger's hands at the moment. So, but they have to try and find this man with his dog. So I'm just waiting to hear from the ranger, see what happens.
Good boy. Where's Mum? Where's Mum? Hello.
Hello, my darling.
There you go.
Hello, sweetie. I missed you so much.
He is being like a little soldier, not making a sound, not showing us any signs of pain. Like, he is just so brave. He's honestly, I've never met such a stoic little dog. The whole situation with Scruffy is just, it's really unbelievable. I cannot believe that he survived, and that's what just astounds me, and I just think it's a miracle.
Ready to go home, little man? Hey.
Hi, I'm Dr. Danny Dusek from Bondi Vet. If you love our show and want to see more, plus some amazing content about pets and how to care for them, hit the subscribe button. Click that little notification bell and we'll see you on our next video.